Howdy, y'all. We're going to check on my regulator here. If you was watching my last video from my 257, I told you it was not putting out what it's supposed to. It normally puts out 2950, 2,950 psi. It was only putting out around 2,500. So it's probably time to rebuild it. What we're going to do is tear it down and see if it needs a kit. Not, maybe just grease it up and put it back together and test it. Normally you don't need to take it off the bottle to do this. You can do all the rebuild by just taking the bonnet off and pulling everything out. Unless you want to change the O-rings. Now, I'm going to take it out because I use a rig I have here to test with, so I don't have to fill this whole bottle up to test it to see if it's working right. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off the bottle. Now, these things usually aren't real tight. Sometimes you can undo them by hand, like this one. That's really all you need on tightness on that. Just make sure it's good and snug. Before you start, let me stop and say this before you start. Make sure the bottle is empty. When we got that off, I'm going to take my flashlight and I'm going to look around inside here. And everything looks really clean in there. That's good. It means I got been using good clean air. We'll set that to the side. Now here's your regulator. Pretty simple. Going to this is a this is a 2.5 millimeter. Where's my brought the wrong one over. 3/32 Allen wrench. Be careful these screws, don't lose them. Now, if you get a kit, they have usually have a new set of set screws in it. When you take this off here, you got to kind of be careful. Sometimes there's a little bit of residual pressure in here. All right, now this time the main body in here came off. Sometimes it stays in here, sometimes it goes in here. All right, there's a ball in there, don't lose it. There's a ball and a seal in there, don't lose it. Here's your spring. Now, at this point, I usually take a picture of this configuration here, these springs, because you got to know how to put them back together. Because if you get a kit, you're going to get this piston here. So you have to take all these. You get this piston, you have to take all these off and slide onto the new piston. So you got to know this configuration to get the pressure right. So I usually take several pictures of that. And these O-rings look actually pretty good. I'm thinking it just needs a little lubing and put back together. So what we're going to do is I use this Ultimox 226. I think there's a couple other brands out there that's got the same stuff. This is what I like to use in my regulators. Grease it up good. Somebody got this on camera? I don't know. Everything looks good in there. Want some down inside of there a little bit. Down in here. Put that back in there. Let's hope I got that on camera. Basically, put that right back in there. Put your spring back on there. Get your bonnet on. Make sure the little ball fell out. Let's see. Let me look here for a second. Did the seal just fall out? Let me pause here and make sure where my seal is. Well, I could have swore there was a seal in there. Usually a little green one, but don't see it. So we'll test it and make sure. If it don't seal up, we'll know. When you screw that bonnet on, make sure it goes down and gets all the way to the bottom. Make sure they're snug, but not over tighten them. Because what'll happen is if you screw something on here on and off a lot, that'll back up. And if that backs up, that changes that distance inside of there and will change your pressure. What we're going to do is screw this into here. Like I said, it only got to be good and snug. Here's the top portion. And screw that on. Make sure our drain is tight. And we're going to get the compressor out. Let me go get it. Alright, we got the compressor set up. We're going to pump it up to about 3,500. It shouldn't take but a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute at the most. So 3,500 is enough to see if what we're got the pressure right. So let's start her up. Well, let's see what she's going to put out. Well, something's not right. What is going on here? Okay, I forgot This is for a standard paintball type setup, like this one. And these high pressure Ninjas, the ball down inside there, so you had to have one with a pin, so I forgot about that. Let me get this screwed on here. I'll have to do it off camera. Alright, we got the compressor set up. We are ready to go. What we got is the fill set up off the bottle onto this. We got a deadhead in the end of the deal. Valve is closed. We're going to go to about 3,500 psi on the pump. So here we go. That's neat about making something like this. You can fill it up and test it real quick. 2,500. 3,000. Alright. Let's see what it comes up. Okay, we lost, that's how much it lost pressure, so we'll turn it back on. I'm gonna okay, now I'm in a sticky situation here. You don't want to release pressure on this side, and I need to start the compressor back up, so I'm gonna have to release the pressure on this side of it. Let's back that off. Actually, I need to drain it all. You don't want to drain this side and have pressure on this side, because it'll just destroy the regulator. Alright. Alright. We're going to leave this open this time. Let it all build up. Here we go. And 25 on both deals. Oh, looks like we got her fixed. About 2,900. Alright, it seemed like we got her fixed. Yeah, it's hard to see with that deal in there. About 2,900. That's about what it usually is. 29, maybe a tad over. So looks like we got her fixed. Just a little lube is all it took. So we back in business. I was supposed to take my air rifle hunting with me the 308 with me, but I didn't have this bottle, so I wasn't going to take it with me. So anyway, got this fixed. Now on to working on the 257 again. So thanks for watching.